Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Hi. I know. Long time. I was supposed to do this video back in October, if I'm not wrong. A promise is a promise. Here I am. A friend was really kind to shortlist the questions and let me log in. Okay, so first question is by Chris, and my question is when you look up at the sky at night and see a blanket of stars above your head, how do you feel? What does it make you think about? Do you feel inspired, curious, or comforted? Nice question. I remember looking up at the sky more often when I was younger as compared to now. Up until I was 12 years old, I think I was extremely curious about what lies beyond. Now when I look up, now when I have maybe read a little more, learned a little more, I look up at the sky and I feel small. Not in a sad way, in a way that humbles me. No matter how much we learn, no matter how much we educate ourselves, no matter how far we send our rockets, we're not going to know everything. We've been blessed with consciousness. We can understand that the universe is beyond our comprehension. It's not that the curiosity has died. I'm still curious about a lot of things, but I think I am at peace with knowing that I can't know everything and accepting that. Right now, when I look up at the stars, I feel humbled. Next, your childhood best memory. Monica. Okay, Monica. Childhood best memory, I can't pick one. I miss my entire childhood, man. I love being a kid, but I think I still am a kid. Thoda bahut. I remember all the times when I won at something. My 7th standard scholarship, that was unexpected. I topped in a math scholarship exam. That was fantastic. I think I also fondly remember the times because dance was a huge part of my life as a kid. So my times in Shamak, I remember really fondly. And yeah, I think most of my best experiences are winning competitions. Yeah, okay. Says a lot about me, no? Next question is by Prerna. What's your life mantra? What keeps you going? Okay. The fact that I don't have a specific mantra maybe in a way says what my mantra is. It is to be flexible. It is to be adaptable. Keep it simple, Sunny. Next. Is being an only child lonely? Do you feel expectation pressure? At this stage of my life, no. At home, I don't think I have ever craved a sibling. I have quite enjoyed being the only child. I used to invent elaborate games that would keep me busy throughout the day. I would have my own adventures. I would put up a tent and just scatter animal toys or animal stuffed toys across the house and try to pretend that I'm some National Geographic some post or something and do my research, have a notebook. Expectation pressure, I don't think would have been any less if I had more siblings. If there is potential, there will be expectations. But yeah, I've never had, I don't remember having an unhealthy environment. I got a notification that the recording had stopped for some reason. I'm sorry. I don't know where it stopped. I'm just going to repeat the question that I was reading. What does it feel like to be a celebrity? I have not yet fully understood what the term celebrity or star means. I know the general notion around it, but it doesn't resonate with me at all. I think I can understand what an actor is. I do not understand what a celebrity is. So I can't tell you what it feels like to be a celebrity because I don't feel like one. Parth asks, who is your favorite cricketer? If you have a chance, will you marry a cricketer? My favorite cricketer, all time, always, Sachin Tendulkar. But in current times, of course, it's so many of them. Yeah, I can't pick a favorite. I loved Dhoni while he was there too, because of his temperament, of course, and because of his sheer genius. And if I have to name, I mean, of course, Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Bumrah, everybody. I mean, this just, I loved the current team, man. I just loved them. Shubman Gill, everybody. If you have to marry a cricketer, yeah, they do get plus points for being a cricketer. I love the sport. My mom loves the sport. My nanny loves the sport. The women in my family love the sport. But if they're nice, why not? Come across a cricketer who is also nice and good looking, then sure. Okay, next. What about acting has lured you away from being a software engineer? I don't think it was much of a choice. It was more like a calling. I know the whole conversation about free will and destiny, and I think it's both. I don't think I would have been able to survive without constant mental conflicts if I continued my job as a software engineer. It was just something that was not meant to be. It didn't feel right. And it didn't feel right because maybe I was wired to become an actor at the end of the day. Next. Sonali asks, have you ever thought that you will have this high level of fandom? I think I always say this, and I don't mind stop bursting crackers at this time of the day. I repeat myself, and I'm going to repeat again because it is that important to me that the people who have stayed with me, I mean, it's unreal. Even your own people forget you. Like, by own I mean like people you come across in your life. But it feels so good that there are some of you who remember me every single day and make sure that I know that you love me. And the feeling is mutual, man. It really is. There's a reason why I just put everything aside today and I was like, I have to do this video. I really have to do this. I don't care for the likes and trends at all. I think you know that by now, but you guys mean so much to me. It's the only reason why I really, especially when I'm a little on the lower side, that motivates me, that you guys are there waiting for me to bounce back. So yes, it feels great. Next. नसीम, आप दिल जिद्दी में एक्ट करते थे, आप दोनों बहुत अच्छे लगते हो, रोहित सुचांती. यस, माय फर्स्ट शो, और बहुत मज़ा आया था. मैं तो मतलब 7वें आसमान पर थी क्योंकि मेरा पहला शो था और डांस करने मिल रहा था. एंड मुझे लगता है काजल अंशुमन के सीन्स वैसे भी बहुत क्यूट होते थे, सारे ही सीन्स काफ़ी क्यूट होते थे. अनफॉर्चुनेटली ख़त्म हो गया, लेकिन यस, मुझे काफ़ी मज़ा आया था. Always Meghan, which friend do you want to go on vacation with and where? Oh, so abhi to recently my whole thing is about I want to travel solo. I really want to do it, and I know I'm going to do it this year. But other than that, me and my bachpan ki dost Samiksha, we have been planning to do a trip together for years now, and I don't know when will that happen, but I definitely want to go on a trip with her. I want to go on a trip with Sadhvi, with Bhakti, and with oh yeah, I think me, Kartik from Sapno Ki Chalang, his name is Amaya, and the gang, we've been planning to do a road trip or something. Let's see if that happens too. So yeah. Next, what's the most interesting thing you've read or seen this week? I've just started to read The Midnight Library. It's a science fiction book, if I'm not wrong. It seems interesting so far. Other than that, I've watched the 7th season of Rick and Morty. It's one of the most bizarre shows, and you need to be a little unhinged, I think, to be able to enjoy that. Proves that I am. How to overcome from a depression phase of grief. I think there's no shortcut to, there's no way to bypass grief. I wish I had an answer that could just help us get rid of grief instantly, but whenever something major happens, and I think, yeah, you said depression, phase of grief, so I'm thinking this is depression coming as a result of grief, and we all were shook by the loss of our dearest Tuba. Um, I don't know how to correctly answer this, except that I think the way I have processed grief in my life is by blocking the thoughts of the future and trying really hard to not drown in the past, but to just look at one day at a time. And even if that gets daunting, then to just look at 1 hour at a time. I'm sitting here, there's a chair in front of me, there's this, there's that. I have to get myself out of the bed, get out of the bed, go make some tea. If making the tea is also daunting, just boil water, put some coffee, but move. You have to move, even if it's a little bit. But don't drown. Don't let yourself drown. You owe it to yourself and to the people that you love you, to the people that love you. Action is what I have noticed is helpful when you really do. Because if you give in to feeling depressed, it takes a toll on you, man. Then it takes a longer time to get yourself out of it. But you can always get yourself out. So I've realized my camera just stops automatically. Gotta figure this out. So I think I remember where it shut off. No matter how low you get, you can always get out of it, no matter what. Don't let yourself be cut off from the rest of the world. Even if it doesn't feel that way, know that there are people who care about you, and they can even be people you don't know, and don't be surprised by that. People care about you. What was your favorite memory of Sapno Ki Chhalang? Dhruti. Okay. This is so many. I used to have a blast with Pulkit, Sadhvi, all of us. I mean, especially when the three of us were in the same room. You have to be on that crazy wavelength to be able to crack the kind of jokes that we crack and laugh about. We've even been scolded for laughing so much. So I think every time we kids were together, it was always a blast. We had a less hectic schedule and lots of fun the day we were shooting Abhishek's farewell. That was a fun time. We had lots of fun. In a movie, did you ever have to play a character you didn't like? No. I would not play a character that I didn't like, or I would back out. Because if I don't like what I'm doing, then I won't be able to give my best. So I either, if there's something that I feel is a jerk, that doesn't work or something, I always make it a point to discuss with my seniors, with my creatives, or with the makers or the writers themselves. And almost always there's a solution. So yeah, no, I would never play something that I don't like, or I would make sure that I end up liking it so that I can do justice to it. Will you come to our society with friends? Warm welcome is guaranteed. Yes, send me the address. Come on. As a famous person, how do you feel walking around, scared or happy, and why? I don't feel famous. I mean, come on, like, I think there are different kinds of fame. So obviously life would have been so difficult in terms of just going to the market if I were Shah Rukh Khan kind of famous, right? So I don't have those problems. It's in fact very nice to come across somebody on the street when they walk up to me and they tell me they watched my show and liked my work or anything of that sort. So yeah, it feels good. It feels good to meet people who watched your work and liked it. Next, one thing which gets smile on your face within seconds. Currently, it's Tom Hiddleston. Love him. Okay, Samiksha. Most roles like Radhika Rani are strong. Do you like romantic roles too? Arun? Why can a strong person not have romance in their lives? Like, really? Tips for facing social anxiety, like giving PPTs, Radhika's social anxiety. Breathing always helps. Always helps. You have to just do this, release, release. But what really helps the most is preparation. If you're completely thorough, then the breathing helps. But if you know that you're not prepared, then breathing will help, but a little bit. Then you have to trust your instincts. You have to put yourself in a space that you're ready to take on whatever's coming your way. Also, be okay with laughing at yourself. Be okay with being embarrassed publicly. After a point, it works like magic, because come on, we're human beings. We are going to make mistakes. It's better to laugh about it than to worry about it. Next. If you ever got a chance to replay the role of Rani, will you do it? Yeah, I think I will. I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to do it the same way now, you know. I think it's a matter of, like, when you see a character that you've done a little while ago, it's a little difficult to see yourself in that same place again. But I think once you get into the costume and the look of it, it does come automatically, I guess. But if I get a chance to play Rani again, if everything's right, I think I will. Yeah, I think so. It's close to my heart, that character. What is your daily motivation to avoid procrastination? One tip. Life is short. The first thing that I tell myself is you're gonna die. So you're gonna die someday soon. So just get your stuff wrapped up, do your things, do something that can change the world in a good way, and just get out of the bed. Bonsoir, enchanté, your hands on my face, I'm Rosemont, mon soleil. Which song is that? That song. I love that song. How did you see yourself in this field after 10 years, like social icon? How do you, I think? I can't see that far into the future. But I know I'll be having a great time. If one day you wake up as your mom, what will you do? I will take the day off. I will sit and watch TV and get some sleep, because she never does that. She needs to sleep a little more. And I need to sleep a little less. What's your most favorite quality of Kajal, Rani, Dhani and Radhika? Okay, of Kajal, she was a dancer. She knew how to have fun. She was very determined. Rani, just her innocence, man. Her ability to see the nice. Oh, hello again. As you may have correctly guessed, the camera went off again, but this time I didn't start immediately. I took some time to figure out what's wrong with it. I'm not sure if I fixed it yet, but only time will tell. Or as I read your questions, we'll find out. I don't remember where exactly we stopped, so I'm just gonna pick a question which I think I remember not answering. So this is by No One Asked You, but you asked me. What are your favorite movie, book, song genres? Oh, okay. I used to think that I don't really have favorite genres. I think if the content is good, I enjoy it despite whichever genre it comes from. But I think we have established pretty well that I'm kind of into sci-fi. But I'm not limited to that, I can say. But I think it would be fair to say that that's my favorite genre. Not so much for books as much as for movies and web. I think books, I have found myself, like, if I'm to consider my reading habits from childhood, I found myself reading a lot of murder mysteries too. Song genre would be,
I think song, I definitely don't have a genre. Okay, moving on. Um, what are your most favorite qualities of Kajal, Rani, Dhani, and Radhika? It's asked by 26 Swara. Okay, my most favorite quality of Kajal would be her conviction, her ability to really fight for what she believed in. She was a little naive, uh, given her age, but I think I really like the fact that she was very ziddi, as we called it. Um, yeah, I like that about her. About Rani, it's her sheer innocence. It's a character that just makes you happy. Even when we were doing really sad scenes and it was emotionally draining, as Rani can never be complicated because she wears her heart on her sleeves and there's no real emotional burden. She can be happy just like that. What I really liked about Dhani was the importance she gave to her loved ones, the way she put um, her people she loved ahead of herself and was willing to do whatever it took. About Radhika, the things that I didn't like about Radhika are also the things that I liked about her. She was flawed, but she was beautiful in a way. She used to make some decisions purely based out of emotion um, that would backfire a lot of times, but she would realize and she would spring right back up. I think her go-getter attitude, her conviction of doing things the right way, and making sure that she succeeded. I think Radhika as an achiever is something I really like. Next. How are you, ma'am? You play Garba in Navratri? I used to play a lot of Garba when I was a kid, but I don't find myself doing that anymore. But also because I usually don't, I'm shooting during those days, so I don't get time. This time I was in Bangkok, so it wasn't possible. And I'm well. I hope you're good too. Raj Dharamshi. Raman Bala or Bala? Bala, I guess. Okay. Hello, do you watch South movies? If so, which is your favorite South movie? Oh, so I haven't watched a lot of them. Not as much as I've watched Bollywood or Hollywood, but I have watched movies, and I think I really like the most recent one I watched, which was maybe like 3 months back. But I had watched 2018. It was based on the floods, and great movie and great work behind the camera as well, man. Like one of the very well made movies, I must say. Tell us about your dancing journey like Bharatanatyam and dot 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 dancing emoji. My dancing journey, I'll keep this short because it's a long journey, but I started very young. It's only because my mother spotted that in me. When I was, I think, 3 or 4 years old, I used to live in a different place altogether, in a different area, far from here. If you know Nala Sopara, then that's where I used to stay. And I think I was 3 or 4 years old when I first time performed on stage, and my teacher told my mom that she has rhythm. I think she should learn how to dance. Like she should really take it seriously because her body has a very good rhythm naturally. So my mom kept that in her mind, and then again, not that I didn't get into training as such immediately. I joined a local dance class after that. She was good. Then after moving to where I am here now in my new school, there I did prayer song for the first time, and my mom, she literally told this to me कि मुझे ऐसा लगा कि कोई छोटी सी अप्सरा आके नाच रही है after she saw me doing those classical steps without even learning the form. So she made sure that I was enrolled in a Bharatanatyam class, and I used to not like it, because it was always on Saturdays and Sundays early in the morning, and those were the 2 days where I used to sleep for a little longer. But that's the only thing I remember. I used to not want to go, but I'm so glad she made me do it, because I think it's dancing has to do a huge deal in me being what I am today. So sorry about my voice. It's getting worse. Yeah. So, and after that, one thing led to the other. I got my master's in Bharatanatyam, and at the same time I got into Shamak Dawa's dance company. I was in their junior dance company, their special potential batch. So I've danced as a background dancer um, with some of the great actors too, like Ritik, Preeti Zinta, Abhishek Bachchan. I mean, so many of them, almost like I can't even name them. So quite an honor, and I used to remember being there around and wondering if someday I will be the one standing in between as an actor in the center, taking the spotlight. You know what kids think, like that was one of my prominent dreams as a small kid, maybe when I was 10 years old or 11 years old, and it did happen though. It did come true. So no harm in dreaming. Next. Ranbir Preet. You're born with Pulkit, and please post a pic with Pulkit missing Abhika. Oh, I miss Abhika too. That was quite a comfort zone. No, I've never got to see stories, especially love stories, where it absolutely has no toxicity, and I wish there was more such content, and there was so much more we could have explored actually with that bonding, with that pairing. Post a pic with Pulkit. Actually, I think I've posted everything I had. He had clicked a lot of pictures on the last day with me, but I remember asking him, and he said he had lost them. So I guess none of us have new pictures. And yeah, we've somehow not managed to meet since the shoot got over. He was busy with some renovation, if I remember correctly. So I hope we catch up before the year ends, but that seems difficult. We'll try. We really miss each other too. We miss working together, and I think clearly the problem hasn't solved. Okay, so I was saying, I think we'll try to make it a point. We'll try to meet up and share pictures with you whenever we do. Yes. Next. What is your favorite character of you till now, and why? Maybe Rani wins by Iktusa margin, because of the fact that it was not a burden. Internally, it was never a burden to play that character. It came very naturally. It came very effortlessly, because there were no filters to the character. She was free. She was allowed to be whatever she can be. So that is always liberating as a person and as an actor too, where you're not put into too many constraints, where you're not told to be proper. She was improper, and I love that. Next, how is Happy? Happy is really happy. I hope Happy has more friends now. So yeah, they come and visit him, they play with him, and they eat food. They're having life, man. They're having a great life. Yeah. Being Chaitali Raj. If I make your portrait, can you see it if I mention you? Yes, of course, I can see it. I think probably if you tag me, there is a higher chance I'll be able to see it, because if you just mention in the comments, often it gets lost in the notifications. Do you get attached to things, people easily, or are you a detached person? I think I'm more of an attached person, but when I was younger, maybe I didn't really know how to balance it, or I didn't really know when to let go. I think now I know what are the type of people I don't want in my life, what are the kind of situations I don't want to be in, or what are the circumstances I need to avoid in my life, what nurtures me. I've been able to learn to prioritize myself, especially 2023 for me has been about learning, not just learning to, but actually enjoying my own company the most, and letting go of anything and everything that is not right for me, that doesn't work for me. So yeah, I think I have over the period of time learned to detach myself from things which aren't right for me, or which may potentially cause harm to me or have caused harm to me. So I think by default I'm a person who gets attached, who is emotional, even if I might not very evidently show it all the time. With people who matter to me, I don't hide it. I show myself for whoever I am, but sometimes that doesn't, it's not rewarding. So in such cases, I think now I've learned to just disconnect. Sometimes it's not easy, but you gotta do it, and you do it. Next, Queen Ray. Okay, Dee, please post a reel on your favorite song. I think I have, like if I'm not wrong, yeah. I think one of my favorite songs is Chalaya, and I have posted 2 reels on that song. Next, what are you most proud about yourself? I am not really proud of myself. I never feel proud of myself as such. Should I be feeling proud of myself? Like, is it a feeling that one should feel for themselves? I'm not sure. Like the concept of self-love has also been very complicated for me in my head. I'm not sure I'm the kind of person who can really praise myself. You know, I it's a little awkward for me to do that. So, sorry, don't have an answer for that. Next. Are you going to do? Are you going to be in a music video? Yeah, why not? If something nice as a concept, and by nice, I want to do something different. Whenever I'll do my first video, I hope it's going to be something interesting, or it utilizes the dancer side of me. You know, I don't want to do the typical ladka ladki. No offense to the people who do. Oh my God, I really have no filters. But I want to do something different is all I'm trying to say. And then we can always do ladka ladki and the sari flowing and falling. That's staple diet. Next, if you get a chance to meet any Bollywood actor, whom will you meet first? Oh my God, there are so many. I want to watch them work. I don't want to meet them. I just want to see how they work. But if I have to meet someone, it's got to be Shah Rukh Khan, man, because he's unreal. And I know even if I meet him or I ask him everything, how he does and how he's become the person that he's become, even then I won't be able to do it. But I just want to see him and talk to him and understand that how someone so great is also so humble, because that's what I've heard about him. So, and how does he really work that hard through so many years without getting tired and pushing others to work harder? Commendable. Candy. Oh, nice. Okay. रंगजाओ. Okay. RJTRM. मैं साड़ी पहन के साइकिल चलाया था, कैसा फील था साड़ी और साइकिल? मज़ा आया. साड़ी को साइड से थोड़ा काटना पड़ा क्योंकि वो बहुत आसान काम नहीं है, क्योंकि मैंने काफ़ी टाइट वाली साड़ी पहनी हुई थी, तो पेडल चलाना इम्पॉसिबल था ऑलमोस्ट. तो साइड से पेटीकोट काटना पड़ा हमें ताकि थोड़ा लेग रूम मिले. साड़ी नहीं काटनी पड़ी थी, बट या पेटीकोट काटना पड़ा था क्योंकि स्लिम फिट वाला था. टू मच डिटेल्स. Favorite show? Again, lots of them. I've liked Dark. I have liked Sherlock. I have liked What If. I have liked What If by Marvel, because that's one of the shows I'm currently watching. Rick and Morty. BoJack Horseman. I'm sure I'm missing out like some very evident favorites of mine. Yeah, I think I mean there's just too many of them. I'll maybe share it. I'll share a list someday. Next. That's not a question. What's the creative? My daily routine is that I don't have a routine, honestly. I don't have a routine. Your fitness secret? I'm not fit. How do you manage to spend time with your parents along with work? This is the time that I get in between shows. But even when I'm working, when I'm shooting, I have made sure to live with them. I have never really gone for a separate house, not yet. I want to spend as much time as I have with them and be with them, because I really love them. And it's very difficult while I'm working sometimes because I'm on set. But there are small things that we do. We make sure we have dinner together always. Whenever we're having our meals, we have it together. Even my cat joins me. Like, that's one unique cat that we've got. Happy sees the 3 of us are sitting to eat, no matter what he's doing, whether he's sleeping, whether he's busy chasing something else, busy grooming himself, he'll come, he'll sit at his nearest plate and he'll also start eating. So the whole family sits together for dinner. Yeah. Next. How many questions have we covered so far? I hope a lot. Your dream character which you want to play? Ankita Goyal. I think I've said this many times before that I want to be a part of an action movie, an action based something, maybe a web series even, where I get to show my badass side. I'm fighting and I'm being all strong and not really depending on any man to rescue me, and hopefully even I get to be a Marvel superhero someday. Maybe. Please pray for me. What's your skincare routine? Not so much a routine as like there's no routine. I use my serum every day. I use a vitamin C serum every day. I drink water, lots of it, and I put sunscreen. That's it. And lip balm before I go to sleep because especially in this season my lips crack a lot. But that's it. If you are asking for a routine, that's something that I do every day. That's it. There's nothing more than that I do. But if I am feeling like more, there are other things that I do. Maybe I'll share a video someday. Or I'll just share the details someday. Yeah, it's a fun process. It's something that I do to maybe just enjoy the process and unwind in many ways. Yeah. Next. Oh, I would like to take a dinner with you. Would you please accept my request? You would like to take a dinner with me. Okay, we can take a dinner, but where are we taking it from? That's the question. What are your upcoming projects? Unless and until if an actor is making one, I don't think they ever know what their upcoming project is going to be. We don't know until we sign one or we shoot for one. So I have no idea. Not yet. I was in talks for some things, but sometimes I backed out, sometimes some things didn't work out, sometimes even after everything being finalized, some things got changed. So a lot of things have been happening. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, but I don't know yet what exactly is going to be my upcoming project, but I hope it's soon. Next. अरे हैंग हो गया नहीं हैंग नहीं हुआ है कुछ तो तब क्या oh we reached the last question. Great, so I think we're done. Let me see if I've missed out any and I can cover up. What's this? Have I answered all the questions that were sent to me? Have I answered 60 questions? Have I really answered 60 questions? Let me know. I'll figure it out when it's edited anyways, but wow, we did it! And y'all are still watching. Wow, impressed. I think I'm exhausted with my camera's lack of performance, but I'm gonna go make some more tea for myself. My throat doesn't feel good. And I hope we talk again soon. It's one-way communication, unfortunately, but I hope I can answer some more later, or I hope I can ask you questions and you can answer them someday. That would be fun. How would that work out? I should try that. I should ask you questions and you should answer. That would be fun. Okay, alright, I should stop blabbering. I'm clearly in a weird mood, and not in a bad weird mood. It's just my usual funky mood. I think the sun is setting and it's time to have fun. I might go see some friends. So, okay, I'll take your leave. It was lovely answering your questions. I love you all, and I know you miss me. I miss you all too. I miss the craziness that follows with an ongoing show. People making edits, people are actively watching you every day, letting you know, and then it gets quieter after shows get over, but that's the life of an actor, and I'm grateful for every single second that I get with you people. I hope I continue to entertain you, and for that I have to keep working hard, which is why I'm not as active as you want me to be, but it's just you like someone like me who has such a personality, I guess. Sorry, but not sorry. I love you all. Bye.